The Indian sports industry was restricted to passive entertainment, mostly from the bounds of a living room, until the online gaming industry took off. The emergence of fantasy sports in India enabled sports enthusiasts to not only consume but also engage directly with their favorite sport real time. Indian fantasy sports industry has gained huge popularity over the past few years, thanks to the rapid growth of sports and digital technology. Despite its incredible growth trajectory, some of us are still not aware of where the industry stands. So, here are 10 things you must know about online fantasy sports. Online fantasy sports is a sports engagement platform where users create virtual teams for an upcoming sporting event. As a selector of the team, the user uses his sporting knowledge and skills, does research on the past performances and present form of the players, pitch conditions, etc. for player selection and team creation. The user then competes against other teams based on statistics generated by the on-field player's performance. Fantasy sports help promote newer and non-mainstream sports and tournaments, thereby building a sporting culture. Fantasy sports users are sports fans between the age group of 25 and 40 years. Users below 18 years of age are not allowed to participate. You'll be surprised to know that India has already surpassed America to become the world's largest OFS market with more than 13 crore active users. Fantasy sports formats are available in both free to participate and pay to participate formats. A sports fan can choose to pay to enter a paid contest. The average contest fee is Rs 35. It is mandatory for all the OFS participants to be KYC compliant and financially independent. They also need to be in possession of digital banking instruments. An interesting fact is that approximately 98% of all users have either won or lost less than Rs 10,000 net in their entire lifetime. OFS has been recognized as a game of skill under Article 19(1)(g) of the Constitution. Rajasthan High Court has recognized the operators offering fantasy sports format in accordance with the FIFS Charter as legitimate businesses. A major reason behind the constantly upward spiraling growth of OFS is that it provides sports fans the ability to become real-life selector, coach, captain, hone and use their superior sporting knowledge to research, understand the game and players' performance to make their own fantasy sports teams to compete against each other. Formed in 2017, the Federation of Indian Fantasy Sports, FIFS, is India's only dedicated self-regulatory organization representing interests of the OFS industry in India. FIFS currently has over 30 OFS operators as its members, with their combined user base accounting for over 90% of over 12 crore registered fantasy players in India. FIFS has created a very robust charter that is derived from court-approved formats adopted by the governing council and applicable to all members in relation to their operations. FIFS also periodically audits member platforms to ensure that all its members comply with the charter. These audits determine if the platforms are in conformity with court-approved formats, offer consumer complaint redressal mechanism, and encourage and promote responsible play amongst platforms and its users. FIFS has carved out Fantasy Sports Regulatory Authority, FSRA, a committee of independent experts constituted under Section 8 of Companies Act and empowered to autonomously govern the regulatory aspects of the FIFS, a self-regulatory framework that undertakes various aspects of the industry, for example, making and amending all the rules and regulations of OFS, evaluating industry compliance, reviewing league integrity and approving new leagues for OFS platforms, proposing regulations to the government for industrial development, mitigation of unfair practices, taking regulations and legal action for non-compliance and stringent audit mechanisms to ensure zero violations of the FIFS Charter. It also ensures proactive initiatives of FIFS towards engaging with regulators and state governments. FIFS has also established a consumer redressal structure that is chaired by Honorable Justice retired A.K. Sikri as an independent ombudsman to protect the interests of users and OFS platforms. Yes, According to an FIFS study conducted jointly with global professional services firm KPMG, OFS sector's contribution in terms of taxes grew 10 times in 3 years to rupees 1,500 crore in financial year 2021 and is expected to cumulatively contribute rupees 13,500 crores of the revenue to the exchequer by means of taxes in the next few years. The industry has already attracted FDI to the tune of rupees 10,000 crore, and its current growth trajectory indicates that it has the potential to attract rupees 15,000 crore worth of FDI in the coming years. OFS operators spent about rupees 2,300 crore in financial year 2020 on marketing and brand building. Leading OFS operators have been extremely active in sponsoring major sporting properties in the country. Yes, the OFS industry employed 2,800 employees on payroll in 2019, which increased to 3,400 employees by 2020. In terms of indirect employment, the sector generated 4,200 jobs in financial year 2019, which increased to 5,100 in financial year 2020. Its current growth trajectory indicates that it has the potential to generate 12,000 additional jobs in the next few years. I hope those were useful insights for you to help you further explore the world of fantasy sports.